I'm sports editor Dan Waisner, and this is SVM's Blitz for the second round of the high school football playoffs. Up first, we have the Class 5A clash between the Woodstock Marion Hurricanes and the Sterling Golden Warriors at 1 p.m. at Roscoe Eads Stadium on Saturday. The Warriors come in at 7-3 and the Hurricanes come in at 6-4. The Hurricanes boast a Division I prospect in Billy Ball, who plans on going to Miami, Ohio. He's thrown for 1,816 yards and 18 TDs this season. The Warriors' game plan has to be the same as it was against Burlington Central in the first round. They have to rush him. They can't let him stand back there and pick their defensive backs apart. If they get to him, they should have a chance in this game. But I think it's going to be a little bit too much for the Warriors this week. I think they fall 30-22 to the Hurricanes. Next up, we have the Class 4A meeting between the Dixon Dukes and the Manteno Panthers. The Dukes come in at 8-2 and Manteno is 9-1. The Dukes won their first round playoff matchup with Richmond Burton 28-19, while Manteno won 48-19 over Evergreen Park. This should be a high-scoring affair as both teams run the spread offense and like to throw the ball around a lot. Manteno quarterback Ethan Kaufman threw for 265 yards in that win over Evergreen Park, while J.D. Geeson had a huge game for the Dukes in their win over Richmond Burton. Like I said, I think this is going to be a shootout, and that plays into the Dukes' hands. I think they pull off the win here on the road, 36-33. Up next, we have a Sauk Valley clash in Class 3A as the 6-4 Oregon Hawks travel to Roscoe Eads Stadium to take on the Newman Comets, who are 10-0. They'll play at 7 o'clock on Saturday night. With these two run-based teams, the wind won't make a difference, and the cold won't make the difference either. These are two of the best coaches in the area, in Mike Paposi and John Bothy, so they both have sound game plans. I do think the Comets are a little bit more talented, and they definitely have more depth than the Hawks, who have about 20 kids. But the Hawks have been fighting since week 6 when they fell down 2-4 for the season, and they've won every game since, most of them in close fashion, most of them in comeback fashion. It'll be key for the Comets to try to knock down the Hawks early and keep them down. I do think they'll do that. I think Newman pulls away in the second half for a 40-18 win. Up next, we have a Class 2A matchup in Lanark as the Eastland Pearl City Wildcats take on the Hall Red Devils. The Wildcats picked up a big win over a Three Rivers North team in Week 1, beating Amboy 54-6. Now they face Hall, a Three Rivers South team in the second round, who beat Knoxville 33-14. Hall's a physical team who will want to push around EPC, try to slow things down, try to control the clock. EPC, on the other hand, is a big play team. They can run the ball and they can control the clock, but they can also throw the ball with a good quarterback in Devin Herron and multiple receivers who can make big plays. And I think that's going to be the difference in this one. I think Hall keeps it close, but I think EPC's big plays end up catching up with the Red Devils, and the Wildcats win 26-20. Our final game is in Class 1A as the Polo Marcos at 8-2 travel to top seed Stark County, who's 10-0, in a game in Wyoming at 3 p.m. on Saturday afternoon. The last time these two teams met was 2008 in the quarterfinals when Stark County won 25-13. I don't doubt that that's going to be a little bit of motivation for the Marcos, who won their first round game over Ottawa Marquette 42-20. Stark County beat Monmouth United 56-27 in the first round. The Rebels are going to try to slow things down also, be physical, and have long drives. Polo, on the other hand, can hit on big plays, and I think that'll keep them in the game. But I think ultimately Stark County might be a little bit better this year. I think Polo's big run comes next year when a lot of these juniors become seniors, and I think they'll be a serious 1A contender for the state title that year. I think Stark County just edges out this one 20-18.